what used to be A to B testing, two creatives, one that had a red background, one that had a blue. Now it's A to Z testing. You can really create infinite iterations. You can push those into platforms much faster.
I'm Stephanie Paterik, Editor-in-Chief, and I have a great guest here in the current studio today. Mike Bregman is Chief Activation Officer at Havas Media. Mike, thanks for coming.
Thanks so much for having me.
So Mike, we're recording here at Advertising Week New York, and you are actually getting ready to speak on a panel about AI. It's a hot topic this week, hot topic this year. How is AI changing the way you personally work?
I mean, AI is a revolutionary technology. How do we take processes that were mathematical in nature, but now be more insightful, more collaborative, more thought-provoking? It's everything from content creation, how we work. Havas Media is a media agency. We have Havas Creative that clearly develops the content, has to be strategic in nature. How do you develop that at a more rapid pace? Instead of one master television creative, how do you create 100 different iterations? We like doing experimentation design. We like creating new hypotheses. How do you do that at scale? AI really creates that personalization, that journey dynamic. So it's just full potential to reinvent everything that we do as an agency.
Yeah, when you mentioned hundreds of iterations, my mind went to personalization. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like we're going to be able to realize the dream of personalization sooner than later?
I mean, I think the industry is advancing at a rapid clip. Back what used to be A to B testing, two creatives, one that had a red background, one that had a blue. Now it's A to Z testing. You can really create infinite iterations. You can push those into platforms much faster. I think what's interesting being a data analytics practitioner, I grew up in the industry where you had to run mathematical models, and it was always a linear equation, A plus B plus C equals D. It's not linear anymore. It's really exponential growth, and if you can create the right parameters for how the system should think, and those could be different signals. So it's been something that took data scientists a long time to piece all those different models together. With AI, it comes up with the premises for you. So you can actually look at what are the different types of segments you can build out, what are the different types of media partners I should work with, what are the right types of ad tech advancements I need to make. And if you can layer those down and design a testing grid where you look at value versus effort, you can actually push some really interesting tests in the market.
Yeah, that's interesting, talking about layering it in at every touch point for the consumer. Okay, I ask everybody this. I'm curious to know, what is your unpopular opinion? What's something you feel really strongly about within the advertising industry?
So I have two. I'm not a fan of black boxes. And I know AI is in and of itself a black box. It's a mathematical formula that comes up with a solution for you. I like testing AI. So when someone says, I have a magical LLM, large language model that comes up with a solution, that's not enough. You really have to know how the system works. So if it's dynamic creative optimization, how is it creating the template? How is it creating the structure for how you test those? How is it actually pushing the results into market? What are the right types of parameters that it's looking at? So black boxes to me are a little bit of a faux pas. I like to know how they work. The second part is transparency in terms of pricing. Our industry is a little bit delicate in terms of how media is priced. There's obviously the classic CPM, but then there's labor costs and data costs. The more transparent we can make the supply chain in terms of where the inventory is coming from, how the optimizations work, I think the better we'll be as an agency.
It's interesting, supply chain is coming up a lot lately. I feel like it's really under a microscope. Do you feel like there's increased pressure right now for everyone along the path to deliver value?
So as an agent, we invest on behalf of our clients, and it's really important that we show clients value wherever it's possible. Sometimes those are value add. Could be a measurement study, could be special types of inventory, it could be special deals that we negotiate on their behalf, it could be new types of creativity or sponsorships, but clients want to know exactly where their dollars are going. So we are very diligent with counting all of our beans. We want to make sure that we're good shepherds of our clients' dollars, and if something's not working, we very quickly shift.
And are you hearing that question from clients? Are you getting that, you feeling the scrutiny from clients?
Clients, I think they want transparency, they want agility, I think they want smarter thinking. So topics around optimization, they want to know if something, let's say it's an experiment with a new publisher and it's not working, how are you optimizing my dollars? Are you changing out the creative? Are you thinking about a new audience? Are you thinking about a different time of day? Is it a different part of the website? all of those are components that we're always constantly trying to strive towards.
Yeah.
If we don't have the data, if we don't have the right folks, hands on keyboard, working in the system, it's just not enough.
Mike, thank you so much for joining me today in the studio. I feel like I learned a lot in this conversation.
It's been great being here. Thanks so much for having me.